Hi YouTube, how we doing? Following on from the unboxing video, normal lights are on. There's a fan going in the corner, so if you hear any background noise, tough shit. Masamune, the Tatara Masamune in its standard configuration. So in this configuration the razor is 93.7, 94mm long. For the Americans, go look it up, get to grip with the metric system. The handle is 11mm diameter. Akin to the Blackbird, the handle has a protrusion which screws into the head on the stud to secure the top together, and it holds the blade quite tightly. So in this configuration we have a 0.639mm blade gap with a negative exposure of minus 0.13mm. Depending on which base plate of the 4 that you use or which top cap you use, there are 8 configurations you can work out from this set. I'll throw some graphics up that shows the different base plates and top caps and configurations and everything else. Hope that's explained a bit. So, base plate for the Masamune, top cap with the bars that hold the blade in place, and we're going with a Gillette stainless red on its second use, sorry. I haven't even busted a new blade out. You tight. Double wrap these blades, they are a crack. That's the blade there, so it looks like Gillette stainless, in case you haven't seen them before. These were made in Czechoslovakia. I think the factory closed in the early 80s. A little bit of overhang, yeah, smidgen, Nat's dick, bit of overhang. If you're American, how many new words have you learnt since watching the channel? Smidgen, it's a good one, isn't it? Smidgen. That's it, we crank down, no washers, nothing else, there's nothing to rub against, nothing to mark on the base plate. And in weight in this configuration, without the blade, it is 49.56 grams. Because I looked at my drug dealer's scales before I came in the bathroom. Can't say we fudge figures. Soap, Wickham's, Classic 24, so I think Creed Aventus. We'll probably use Wickham's for the whole lot of this series, just so there's a common factor and the blade will be the same. Brush, Yaqi, 26mm rainbow handle, which I doctored a little bit. I took the middle top off it because didn't really find it very comfortable. If it was that shape, or even just get rid of that middle notch, it'd be so much more comfortable to use. That's what we're using tonight. So it's a brown synthetic brush, quite a good brush actually. It's only a Yaqi brush I've got, and it sees a fair bit of use for head shaves. So I used to have a little hobby as job, building fishing rods, custom fishing gear, and so I've still got my rod building lathe. I don't do it, there's too many pricks in that field these days. So I basically just shoved this in my rod making lathe and just got the drum on it and just ground the top off and then flattened it. The reason I say that about the fishing industry, everybody goes, but I can get this cheap from that shop. It's generally my response was, well, go buy it. If they're getting a complete fishing rod for less than I can get a set of rings for, and make it in wrap it in custom colours for them, their choice and everything else. Take your business somewhere else, and when that breaks, don't bring it to me to fix, because it'll cost you more than the rod's worth. I did that for a couple of years, quite enjoyed it, but too many dicks. So a classic 24, Creed Aventus. Loads of companies have a Creed scent. If you're looking for EDPs to go with it without paying the money, Mont Blanc Explorer and Armaf Club de Nuit Intense, which is half the price of Explorer. If you haven't used Wickham soaps before, it's made in, it's not made in Surrey, I can't remember where Durham is now, Hampshire. Made in Hampshire by a gentleman called Darren Barnes. And this is called Classic 24 because it's the 24th iteration of the soap before he nailed the perfumery and got it spot on. Apparently. Wickham's is a vegan based soap. Darren had skin problems, couldn't find a soap to use, so he made one. By modern comparisons, it's not super fatted or anything else compared to a lot of the American soaps. It's not in your face strong. It's a European scent strength, and it's a soap base I really enjoy using. It takes a lot of water, and I find it really good on the skin. Easy to work with, and some of Darren's scents are top draw. A very good scenter. A cracking nose on him. Just worked out what I'm going to use the next shave. There you go. We're thinking ahead. That'll do. Could put a lot more water into it, but don't need to. So the Masamune in its standard configuration. No blade fail. You wouldn't expect it to be with on a razor with a negative blade exposure. I enjoyed the stainless steel version I used. This is sublime. Can't even feel the blade. No, left you the base plates out of the bathroom. This could easily be not necessarily the titanium razor, but this razor in stainless steel or titanium, as this one is, could easily be an everyday shaver if you need to shave every day. not going to bite. But it's certainly a razor that works on the process of gradual reduction of hair rather than mowing everything off in one pass and then removing a layer of dermis to cause irritation. That's 2 days growth. I'll go to work on that tomorrow quite happily. Well, I've got this on loan. I'll be shaving every couple of days. I may not video every shave. But every 2 days is normally more than I shave routinely. The past ones generally work if you keep it for 2 weeks and use it, which should be enough time to get to know a razor pretty well. When you've got 8 combinations of base plates and top caps, there's bound to be some that won't work, some of the more aggressive. Or they will work, I just won't find them very comfortable. Some of the more aggressive configurations, or efficient configurations. Yep, we're done. Not quite face wash time. Very quiet razors. There's not much audio feedback from it. You can hear it cutting stubble, but compared to some razors, like I'll use the Progress as an example, it's not singing. It's just quietly doing its job. Doing it very well. Right, I'm going to call this video here. You've seen me face wash loads of times. I'm using CeraVe. I used in the last video as my moisturiser. So I'm using for moisturiser. So once this Wickham's soaked into the skin, well, I've got everything cleaned up, we'll be done, but we're not coming back. So if you have any comments regarding the Tatara Masamune in this configuration of solid bar with a .63 blade gap with a negative blade exposure of -0.001 0.13 millimeters. He says, reading from his notes that he made earlier. Crack on. Titanium, 49 grams in weight. Nice razor. Anyhow, any comments, leave them below. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.